Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Wednesday, March 19th, 2025, and this is my daily vlog, my morning ritual stand-up. Coming here in the studio each morning, turn the lights and camera, and report to you what I've been doing, what I'm doing next, and how that's going in my endeavors to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. You know, and I was thinking about that very little intro phrase yesterday, and indefinitely sustainable. You know, at one point I changed it from sustainable to indefinitely sustainable when it was pointed out to me that I'd been doing it for over 2 years, and I'm like, oh yeah, so there's some sustainability to it. However, the indefinite is the part, because as I have shared in the past, though I don't talk deep into finances very often, for 2 years I was pulling from my savings to augment and offset the benefits coming from doing all this work, because it wasn't enough to pay my bills. And it's still not, but it continually and gradually grows. Just like stats, our finances do the little ebb and flow. We have little spikes and dips and those sorts of things. And I think I told you last month or the month before last was the first month since the end of my severance, which was years ago, that I didn't have to pull from my savings. Now, I don't know that it's going to stay that way. As I say, ebbs and flows. It just happened to be a great month. But the upward trend is looking good. I realize that every day I'm focused on the minutia. I really believe in the take care of the pennies and the dollars take care of themselves. I don't think of the big picture every day. I think of what do I do today to accomplish what I need today to get me to tomorrow, and don't often take a huge step back to go, well, how's this all going? And it's all going better. A great sign of how better it's going is, so because the company GenXGrownUp is under my name, I filed it in my taxes, and we did our taxes the other day, and I got pummeled by the IRS for all this income that, hey, look, you didn't pay taxes on any of this yet, because it was just money that came in from these little trickle YouTube revenue and Twitch revenue and Amazon sales and t-shirts and advertising, and all those little things add up to Patreon, for example. All those are a taxable income that weren't for which taxes were not paid yet. So it just goes to show that, yeah, there's revenue flowing. It just isn't sustainable. I mean, the goal, once I get there, is to get George on board and Mo on board to take care of them as well. And right now, they're volunteers that are busting their asses to assist their buddy, me, in a hobby that became a job. And so, anyway, before I get into all that stuff, the normal stuff today, I want to take that big step back to talk about where we kind of overall are. Yeah, so the runway's extending. We're still getting there. Not there yet, but what gets you there is the daily grind of doing what you have to do to try to increase where you are. So let's start talking about that. Let's start with yesterday. So yesterday morning, it was Tuesday, the podcast edit. One of the biggest attended ones that I can recall. I think at some point there was 20 or more people there, which is huge for a Twitch stream, right? On a YouTube stream, 50, 100 is not unexpected, but watching me edit an audio podcast is not riveting, but it's become quite the little hangout community. A lot of regulars, a lot of people popping in new. It's just a good time. And got that pod all edited throughout the course of that stream, about 2.5 hours. It's not published yet. I have to take care of that today. A little more work. We'll talk about that in a second. Then I completed the work on the eBay find. It's not quite a thrifting find, but it was a vintage electronic from '78 called Comp 4. And I love the story of that video. Performance-wise, the video is not done tremendous overnight. It's kind of middle of the pack. I think it was like 14 or 1500 last time I looked overnight. Not tremendous. I mean, it's been, I don't know, it's been 12, 15 hours or so. It's not been a lot. They can't all be huge. I really had higher hopes for that one, but in fairness, it's not an amazing game. But I think it has an amazing story to tell, which I kind of point out in the description. But if you haven't seen that, I think even if you don't care about the game, there's a little bit of heartwarming story around this particular copy. I liked that video a lot. Let's see. Then yesterday I mentioned I had a meeting with some folks about the consultant trip next week. We're planning for that. I'm out of town on, I think it's Wednesday and Thursday next week. I'll be out of the office traveling for that consultancy. So I had a meeting about that. And then finally, Tuesday afternoon live stream. It actually was a little bit delayed. I planned for 5, went at 5:45 due to the scheduling of that meeting. We played Utopia Must Fall again for, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. I like that trend of adding that live stream on Tuesday afternoons, trying to lock that in as a regular thing as much as possible. Because I like it, and also it's good for numbers, and it's good for visibility, and it's good for customer and consumer and viewer engagement. So very happy with how that's going. Excuse me. All right, let's talk about stats then. Stats were a big tick up yesterday with an anomalous short that I have, the exploding short. Everyone seemed to enjoy that in the comments yesterday. And more than one were doing really well, and they're all still doing okay, but it's calmed down. So you'll see on the 28-day chart in a second. But let's bring up the chart then. And I'd like to be on this chart at or above this midpoint, which is 13,000 views and 130 subscribers average over the last 7 days. And you can see in the upper left, the 28-day chart, down a bit from yesterday, but still on an upward trend overall. And that put us at 16.2 thousand views and 211 subscribers average over the last 7 days. So, you can see it's certainly upward from where we were the last couple of weeks. That spike is going to wear off, of course, after a few weeks. It was just almost a double day, but it certainly helped the averages and put us above that 13 that we were much below for some time. So speaking to the subscriber count, then yesterday I underestimated where we got to. By the time I showed you the graphic, we were in fact at 86,700. And so with the averages, as you can guess, we passed up 86.8, and now we're at 86,900 and about a quarter. So by the time we talk tomorrow, we'll be in the 87,000 zone, I would expect. Unless something catastrophic happens, that's where we're headed. Okay, so today is, normally Wednesday I look at as a singular block of production on my calendar, right? It's an uninterrupted block. However, there are interruptions in it, and so, and because of what I've done so far this week, what I'm planning to do is use Wednesday as a catch-up research day. So many things I'm going to do today. I'll finish the podcast publishing, so it's ready for Thursday. I have to make a graphic and do the tagging and stuff. Just haven't done that yet. I'm going to continue to write for the Atari tier with the goal of producing it Friday for release on Saturday. So to do that, I need to be ready for the edit on Saturday. And at this point, I'm still writing. So today will be a day of writing for that. Try to get the writing done. Ideally, if I'm able, I'll come in here and shoot the stand-up by the end of the day today. That'd be a great... Getting that done is a tremendous step toward getting it all done, because after that, it's graphics and editing. So if I get the writing done, I can come and do the shoot. So I hope to get that, which means nothing published, but it will be something worked on for a publish. Also, this morning, Georgia's midweek Bit by Bit will publish, so that's coming out this morning. So we will have another long form, even though I don't have anything for today. I have chosen a Friday plays. I'll be prepping for that, getting the graphic work ready, because today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, which means I have to produce that tomorrow, so I got to be ready. This afternoon, I have a call with My Arcade about some upcoming collaborations between us, and I think after all that is said and done, I might go try to see a new movie tonight. Was it Jack Quaid and Novocaine, the thing where he can't feel stuff and he becomes a little vigilante thing. It looks cute. Early reviews are fun. I love going to the movies with my friends, so I think I'll try to do that tonight unless something else comes up. And update you don't care about, this weekend I'm having a yard sale. So it's just because it's another thing I'm prepping for that you got to be ready on Saturday. Can't wait to do it on Saturday. So I'm having lunch with my daughter today to coordinate this tandem yard sale we're going to be having on Saturday, so I have to get ready for that. That's another thing going on in the periphery. So, and someone might watching might go, "Man, what a yard sale John would have! All these toys and gadgets." Why toys and gadgets aren't a yard sale? It's furniture and computer monitors and keyboards and crap like that is the kind of stuff I'm, putting in a yard sale. They're not the stuff in this room. Nothing here goes out there. So. Maybe I'll sprinkle an old cartridge out there just to spark curiosity. But otherwise, none of my treasures are out there. So don't get your thoughts about driving up here and swarming my yard sale. Okay, I think that's it for me. Let me go ahead and get busy with today. I have a lot of things on the agenda that I want to get done, so Not going to do it if I don't get started. Thank you, of course, for popping in to check out today's vlog, if that's what you did. If you're one of those PLPs, oh, you don't say it that way, you say pleeps. If you're one of my amazing pleeps, you PLPs, I love you so much. I'll figure out how to do this soon. I love you so much for being here. Have a great Wednesday. Don't forget to do something good for yourself. And I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.